This is a 1981 Mercedes-Benz 300 SD that has been sitting for years. It's got a 5-cylinder turbo diesel engine that is fully mechanical and nicknamed the Iron Cockroach, aka unkillable. It popped up near me for a really good deal, and I knew I had to at least go take a look at it. Even though the ad had almost no information, I saw it was pretty low mile. It's pretty rough around the edges, but I think it's got a ton of potential, and I'm really excited to get it running. So let's get this thing back on the road. All right, we're gonna see if we can get this thing to turn over. As long as it turns over, we're bringing it home. I've got faith that as long as it turns over, it'll be all right. What are the odds? Pretty low, but we're gonna give it a shot. Seeing that the battery had been disconnected gave me hope that maybe it still had a charge. Okay, all right. Well, that answers that question. Time to start pulling the battery out of the Hilux to throw in here. See what we can do from there. Power. Now let's see. Let's make sure it's in park. Glow plug lights on. Okay. Good enough for me. I'm glad it turned itself off, because when I turned the key off, it stayed running. Oh. Yeah, it is a little low on oil too. I didn't expect it to start. Is there some in the trunk? I don't know, but that's enough for me. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's enough for me to know that I'm pretty well sold. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's just mainly I just wanted to hear it turn over and make sure that there's nothing crazy and. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I turned the key off. And it kept going, blah, 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 and I was like, yeah. I really hope I don't have to pull the turbo apart and cover it to choke it out. Now that I've bought it, I went home, got a ride back here with a few tools so I could get this thing running and drive it out of here. We're back to get this thing on the road. All 4 tires seem to have air. You know what I forgot to grab? Compressor? Oil. I grabbed a compressor. Do you have spare oil in here?
I might have a quart in here.
I mean, I'm not super worried. It's registering. So as long as it's registering, there's oil in it. But that's I actually grabbed it. I just forgot to throw it in your truck. But we got a battery and we're gonna get this thing fixed. I need both hands to pop the hood though, so. All right, let's see what this air filter looks like. That's a decent mouse poop. Yeah. I don't even normally wear gloves, but I'm not sure if you were seeing the rocks of mouse poop I was scooping off of there. Oh, it should go without saying. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just struggled to get the air cleaner off. Okay. That's not near as bad as it could have been. It's actually like decent. Inside where the air filter is clean. Cool. Air filter checked. I'm gonna leave this hose disconnected so that any mouse stuff. Okay, there's none in there. All right, cool. Noted. Intake cleaned out. Oil doesn't smell terrible. It's low, but that's to be expected. Oh, that's way better. I can't tell what's holding the battery in. Oh, there it is, I think. Oh no, is it? I mean, I tugged really hard. Oh, maybe not. I was pulling really hard. I just figured that. Battery out. I'm gonna throw this one in the back of your truck. All right, I guess we'll see if the hood shuts. Oh, I know. Hopefully we don't start welding. So the negative terminal touches. If I turn it around, will it fit? You know, it's a diesel. It's a fully mechanical diesel. I don't even think we really need the battery past starting it. As long as the alternator is functioning and I don't turn it off, why would we need a battery? That's my logic. So let's just work on firing it up and go from there. We can take the battery out, set it in the passenger seat. Battery's hooked up. Air intake's checked. Got coolant. We'll see if it moves. That'll tell us if it's got transmission fluid. I brought fuel. If we can get the fuel door open. We're gonna start it up, see if it moves now. This is exciting. All right, I guess we'll try and throw some fuel in it. All right, hang on. Stupid gas cans. They suck so much. How do they suck so much? Oh, is that's the rubber seal? Of course. And diesel stinky and gross. Stupid rubber seal. Of course. First time using this gas can. Well, let me rephrase. Diesel can. Yeah, it sounds pretty empty. I hear like empty sound and splashing in there. So hopefully it's just out of fuel. I don't know where the fuel would have gone. Diesel doesn't evaporate. Valid. That is a valid point. Well, hopefully it just runs great. Then I'll feel really good about getting diesel. So I was like, man, it's probably got diesel. Like, I had the same thought. Diesel doesn't really evaporate. So if it had diesel in tank, it's probably gonna have diesel in tank. But then I had the other thought, if I ran out of gas this morning. This was 3 gallons. I didn't do a full 5. I figure if 3 gallons doesn't get us the 10 miles home. I thought the appeal of a diesel was the fuel mileage. I dig this. Let's see if adding diesel helped. Oh yeah, the fuel gauge is now bouncing. It's off.
Get it off.
It is. There you go. I'll check that out.
Look like it was spraying out right in here.
Oh, so something broke, or did it just start randomly spraying?
Started randomly spraying, but
Looks like an injector line is either leaking or broke.
it was splattering pretty.
Yeah, but it was going straight up. And I feel like if the line was broken, I'll get a wrench and see if it's tight. There's the whole injector spritzing. I can't tell. I guess, do you want to go and crank it? This says stop. All right, cool. Oh, hang on, make sure it's in park. I threw it in drive I was trying to get it to stall out. So my foot was on, yeah. All right, stop. Oh wait, hang on, sorry. I'm so dumb. Me knows that I'm the one that's supposed to turn the engine off, tells you to stop. So, it's this, which is a return line? I don't know what this is. This was chewed through. I hope that it's just a normal line on there. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Looks like there's just a normal little nipple in there. And I can probably find a line. I think this is an overcomable problem. Immediately, as soon as I started trying to get the old line off, I realized it was gonna be a lot more difficult than I assumed it was gonna be. And I started thinking about where I was gonna get a new line for this. The Mercedes lines were all dry rotted, so. All right, Pops, pop your hood. We'll see, we'll see how this works. I don't know how much pressure's in there. I think it's just a return line. The other one just had been chewed through and there was a hole over here. next to it.
Another line too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one that I just replaced held up. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, these are melty. Like, that disintegrated. Cool, well, I'm gonna pull one more of those. Hey, you know what's cool? The headlights work, so even if it gets dark, we'll be able to see. All right, I'm gonna see about pulling it out. It's got no power steering. Hey, that time it turned itself off. I don't know if it was the key or it stalling, but either way. The fuel line's held up this time. I think that's just a return line. I don't know exactly what it is, because it's not high pressure. I don't know, but it's on every injector going from one injector to the other. Like the end one is a vacuum cap. It's literally, this one's just like a vacuum cap, a rubber cap. So I assume it's just like a linked injector return. No idea. It's just as gutless as I've been told they are, stock. All right, she moved under her own power. We got her ready to pull out. I didn't want to back over all these shrubs, so we're gonna move the Tacoma and then get it pulled around in the driveway. It's about a land yacht. It's a very long vehicle. It's definitely longer than the Tacoma, which is kind of crazy.
Think so?
I think it's at least as long. The wheelbase is at least as long. Okay. The negative terminal is touching the, but the positive isn't. All right. We're maxed out. This thing definitely has that diesel rattle. A Mercedes diesel, nonetheless. All right, I want to check out under the hood again and make sure it's not pouring fluid. All right, and then a real question is if I disconnect. All right, headlights are still on. So as long as it doesn't die, I should be able to run with the battery in the passenger seat instead of in the engine bay. No more diesel leaks. We're gonna shut the hood and hit the road. The drive home started with some pretty gnarly off-roading that actually kind of maxed out the suspension of this Mercedes, which just kind of makes me curious what this thing went through in its previous life. Despite bottoming out, this thing actually did remarkably well off-road, and this isn't like an optional off-road thing. This was just how bad this unmaintained road was before we could get to the pavement. I had done plenty of research before buying this, so I knew these engines were not powerhouses, but it was still surprisingly slow for being a turbo diesel. I'm hoping some simple maintenance will pick that back up. You should smell this. Inside the cab, it smells like it's on fire, and I'd hit the gas kind of hard, and it'd go blue with smoke, and I was like, man.
Smells like a wood fire.
Yeah, I know.
No, all the mouse sticks.
No, it sticks. I was pulling sticks out of here.
You want to turn off the key? Not without a battery, I guess.
No, it just won't. I don't know, earlier it wouldn't either, remember? The one time it turned off, it stalled. Smells pretty gross in here, but we got it home. I thought there might be a fire under the hood, but it was just sticks sitting on the turbo. We're gonna have to clean that off. It wasn't actually on fire, it just smelled burny. With the battery in it, you can actually see RPM and stuff. On the way home, there was nothing because I guess the alternator's not working, I would assume. I don't know. I don't know, if I'm being honest. Mechanical diesel, so it didn't care. But the temperature gauge is working now. I don't know if the oil pressure gauge is working. It's been pegged all the way on since the beginning. But I'm gonna go park this thing because we're getting ready to go out of town for a week. And I just had to get this thing because it had been on Marketplace since the beginning of March. It's currently the middle of April, and they finally got back to us, and I had to get it before it was gone. There were a line of people, we just happened to be at the front. All right, now let's see if with a battery, it'll actually turn itself off. Oh! I guess it needs power to turn itself off. That kind of makes sense. That's so funny. If you lose power, you can't turn the engine off. There is a thing on the top of the engine that says stop. All right, let's park this thing. Good. The horn didn't work on the way home. I love horns. I don't know why I love horns so much.